Hi guys, it's not on the West Side guys doing. Anyways, I'm here to give you guys an anime review of the very first episode of basically called Keion. This is basically an older anime. This is an anime I've never seen before. Some of you probably say, James, have you been living under a rock? Have you not seen this anime? Well, to be honest with you, I've never seen this anime. I never have. I've seen the characters that are so fascinating, so really nice, very cutesy, very nice, very bubbly, and stuff like that. And you could see pretty much basically there's just, I think there's like 5 girls or 4. I'm not really actually so sure. I really do not know. So I really don't 100% really don't know or something like that. So what is this anime space is really all about? Well, this anime space is all about the main female protagonist. This basically her name is Yui. That's basically what basically her name is and stuff like that. She enters basically into a school where she doesn't really know that really much people really all that much and stuff like that. And basically she runs into a girl with glasses on, and she becomes friends with her, or maybe that's her lifelong friend that she used to know from back then when she used to be kids or something like that. And basically stuff. So basically Yui has a problem that I definitely can see from her, is basically that I definitely do think that she has social anxiety. That's what I definitely do think. She's kind of scared and stuff like that, and she doesn't really don't know how to operate, to basically talk to people and stuff like that, and basically and stuff, and basically to understand like how people really definitely do think. The way I see Yui basically as basically with her is that she's a cute, bubbly kind of girl. She is. She's very outgoing. She's nice. She's not basically a mean, basic kind of person. She really is not. And one thing I really like about her is this basis that she's very honest. She is very honest about what she believes and that she really stands for and stuff like that, and basically stuff like that. And to be honest with you, she pretty much doesn't know how to really do other different things and stuff like that. Like, as for example, how to play instruments. The only instruments that she knows how to play with is called clappers. Not like with her hands. I'm talking about clappers they're little instruments or stuff like that. I think there's Spain instruments or Mexican instruments or something like that. I don't know. They're called clappers or something like that. I'm assuming they probably got some over in Japan or something like that. I really do not know. So someone can clarify it for me for that. And one thing they're kind of make a lot of noise and stuff like that. They basically do. I used to do some, because that's basically what we literally used to do instruments and stuff like that. And I definitely do think that it was really interesting to really see stuff like that, learning different instruments. Like the keyboard, the bass player, the drummers and stuff like that. One thing I really noticed and stuff like that. Hold on a second. Okay. Anyways, one thing I really noticed really interesting. I saw that basically in this anime, which I didn't know, and some of you guys are probably saying, like, "Yep, he's living on a rock again." I didn't know Yamaha really makes instruments. I did not know that. Forgive me, I really did not know that, because this is the very first time I've ever seen a Yamaha logo based on an instrument. Because usually you just basically see like on vehicles like motorcycles and stuff like that. Basically you basically will see that. But I never seen them on instruments before. This is the very first time I've ever seen something like this. And I know some of you probably will say, James, how come you did not know this? I really did not know, because I really did not know. Because I really don't get into instruments really all that much, like guitars, drums, or stuff like that. I never really got into it because I'm not really that passionate basically about when like playing music and stuff like that. I know it takes a lot of practice, takes a lot of time. I know it really does. It's very challenging. It's a very challenging aspect to basically do it and stuff like that. And it really takes a lot of time and stuff like that. If you were to basically go into the music industry and stuff like that, to learn how to get lessons and stuff like that, you have to be very talented to know what you're doing and stuff like that. Because if you really don't know what you're doing, people probably will laugh at you and probably say, "Oh, yeah, you suck," and stuff like that. And basically other stuff and stuff like that. And take it as just for American Idol. American Idol is a great example and stuff like that. They have so much great, talented people on that show that knows how to sing, that knows what they're doing. They've been doing it for a long time, especially on YouTube. YouTube is a very good platform to basically sing different songs of different albums like Katy Perry or Slipknot or country singers like Garth Brooks or rap artists or anything like that, and basically stuff like that. But one thing I've always said when it comes to being an idol or a singer or stuff like that, it's very, very hard. It's not an easy situation and stuff like that. Now, Idly Pride is this very great example. It's the biggest elephant basically in the anime that I've ever seen and stuff like that. And when you're doing stuff with basically like this and basically like that, you have to take it personal. You have to take it very seriously. You have to be in sync with everyone, and you have to practice really, really hard, and you have to understand and know what you're doing. Because if you don't know what you're doing, yeah, you're probably going to get laughed at, and people are probably going to get very upset. Take as for instance, as a singer, as a Mexican singer, which is basically the very first time a person who basically with her name is Selena. If you've never seen the movie, you guys need to go check the movie out for yourselves. Selena is a very talented, beautiful young lady. She really actually is, even though that she tragically died, I think 22 or 23 years old, very, very young age and stuff like that. Very, very tragedy and stuff like that. She started singing when she was such a little girl, when her father know that she started singing and stuff like that. She's not fully blood Mexican. She's really not, but she's half, which means that she's half American, half Mexican. Means that she's a half breed of a different kind. Half breed is based off a different kind, which that basically means is that she's not necessarily Mexican, but she's just American and Mexican. People will probably say, "Hey, we don't like this gringo music." Gringo music means that Americans they don't like that kind of music. It means they like the different kind of music that they like. So if you don't give them the kind of music that they like, they'll probably throw stuff at you and they'll probably kick you out and stuff like that. Selena is a great example to me. I do think that she really was. It's just the way that she started out, just from being a little girl and just growing up, and then just ends up into a tragedy. Basically what happened right there. She could have been one of the greatest singers of all time. Probably a lot more better than Britney Spears and Katy Perry than all I've ever seen and stuff like that. That's just personally, my opinion. If you take that instance for Japan artists and stuff like that, and they probably got different Japan artists, which I really don't know. I really don't know. I can't remember right on top of my head, but I've heard a lot of them are very beautiful, very good singers, and they sing like the songs I used to like kind of like in the era of 2000s and in the 90s, maybe 80s, right around there. Their music is so good, it's so unique and stuff like that. I wish that our music was kind of like basically like that, but it's just kind of overhyped way too much for something that I really did not care for and stuff like that. If you guys don't know me, I pretty much grew up around listening to 70s, probably 60s, probably 50s, 60s, 40s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, probably a little bit of late 2000s. This was something that's very, very good. But I want people to really understand here is that Yui is basically, as a character, I think that she's going to be the lead singer and stuff like that. Starting the band fresh, it may seem like it's a good start for them to basically really to do, but it's going to take some time for them to basically really to perform and basically do it. But I want people to recommend to basically really understand. If you never see Idly Pride, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, because I'm very, very passionate about to talk about when it comes to idol anime, because it's something I kind of like. I think it's fun. I find it kind of interesting. I kind of find it very unique, basically kind of different aspects. If you listen to other different kinds of music, which it comes to rap, country music, rock, K-pop, or whatever it is, gospel music or Christian music, or whatever it is, whatever music, or jazz, or whatever music that you listen to, you will understand the lyrics, you will understand the words, you will understand the music, you will understand the passion, you will still understand the raw and the brutality and stuff like that when it comes to that kind of music and stuff like that. But when you combine that all together, combines it all together, it creates such a huge, big passion. Sometimes people take passion way too extreme, like into hatred, and like to say like that they really don't care and stuff like that. Sometimes I like listening to some of that, but sometimes I really don't. But that's just the nature of their passion. That's just the nature of basically how they sing. But when I look at basically at this anime basically right here, they have to find a character of who they really are, and who they really want to be. If they cannot find that character of who they really are and who they really want, then they're not going to be able to develop both and stuff like that. I think practice is very, very important, and understanding each other, learn to get along with each other also as well too. That guys, for instance, Love Live is a very, very great example. Personally, one of the greatest animes pretty much of all time. It's been countless, been going for quite some time. I'm not really the biggest fan of it, but I definitely will say it does shows a great, good testament, like how much competition really actually is and stuff like that. It's not just all about just becoming famous. It's all about just rising to the top to be the best that you can be and stuff like that. Like I said before, when it comes to American Idol, you have to be on top of your game. You have to know what you're doing. Because if you're not going to press with the judges are going to say, we're not going to take you because we just don't think you're not really basically the singer that you really basically really do want. Take as for instance The Voice. The Voice is a great example. You have like different artists, they press the button and then they like turn around and then they'll say like, yeah, hey, I want you. Oh, hey, I want you. I think The Voice is definitely, and personally, my opinion, I think it's a great show to watch. I definitely do think it's a lot more better than American Idol, in my opinion, because the reason why I like The Voice, because it feels to me, it has the artist from them to help them out really a lot. But when it comes to American Idol, I don't see that, but I kind of like The Voice a lot more better, because I think The Voice, it kind of helps the characters, and kind of, basically not the characters, but help the artists to help them out progress and stuff like that. How well they sing and stuff like that, and basically get voted on and stuff like that. I definitely do like that. Like I said, I'm very, very passionate about music. I'm very, very passionate about when it comes to idol music or bands or stuff like that. I'm very, very passionate about that because I don't know why. I really am, because I can notice basically all the different sounds and stuff like that. Basically what's going on, basically and other different music. I've been listening to music for a really long time. I know what I'm talking about. I know the kind of passion for what I see from other different people and stuff like that. So yeah, anyways, that's it for the same review. Tell me what you guys did. You guys agree with me, disagree with me? You guys understand what I was saying, stuff like that, all the different varieties and stuff like that, basically other different kinds of music when it comes to country, gospel, Christian, rap, whatever you like, heavy metal or K-pop, whatever it is, or something like that, whatever that you like. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys later. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs down. It doesn't matter to me. And please leave me comments below. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care. And remember, stay blessed. I love you guys. Take care.